So that's why, in a way, you see in all this chaos, good and bad. But at the same time, we need to go back to start talking again and be less on our phones. That's what I did on podcasts. I wanted to figure out people. I want to learn people's personalities and who they are, because now, like you and I can have an easy conversation with you because I want to make your episode good, but I did change, but I did see things different, but also it brings new content. Be like, oh, check this out. That's how it is. We're just trying to wake people up. So again, you and I and any other podcaster or any influencer, we're just getting out there. It could be good, bad, but it's waking up people's eyes and they can have their own opinion. Should I be this or should I be that? Because we're all trying to be better people.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I mean, and like you were saying that a lot of people are just scared to elevate. To
Yeah.
they don't want to, like I say, they don't want to learn something new. Like you said, like I have to learn how to read. I have to learn how to,
Yeah.
edit my podcast. I gotta learn how to use a computer. A lot of people don't want to do that, but if you really think about it, it is gonna help you. If you really want to stay in this business, if you really want to do this podcasting thing, you have to learn, man. You have to
It,
fucking learn.
it's like this where you're saying you want to get to know someone. And so it's like we all talk about podcasts and don't think like, I see everyone. And right now with me, like now that I'm 44, I want to get in shape. And I see
Yes.
you working out and it's like, hey, I'm trying to get over here. I'm trying to slim down. Like, what's your take, man? How did you do it? Because we all have lives. We work out, we're on a mission, and sometimes we gotta work a little bit more, we take a break, but it's like I gotta get back to working out because this is a thing. Again, this is another new topic. You know, the health system. No more processed food, no more dye. A lot of people are being sick, and it's time to wake up because now this is again. I'm getting shadow banned because I'm putting a lot of healthy videos. A lot of people with herbalists where you can cure your cancer in 30 to 60 days. Talking about Dr. Sabi and cleaning your gut because this is the thing. Big Pharma wants us to stay sick. And people are like, okay, fuck it. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of money to get better for you to make me sick again. And that's the thing with the health food, people are waking up. They want to eat more better and clean and start running and working out. And what happens? Big Pharma, they don't like that. Come on, hey, McRib sandwiches, hey, pizza, Burger King. Like, they want us to be sick still because when we're sick eating all fast food and they all work together, that makes more money for big pharma because you got to remember big pharma, all this process corporations, it's all for the military industrial complex. So for you and I, we live in America. The shadow government in the United States, the deep state, they see us as fucking guinea pigs and white mice. Let's do experiments on them and see what happens. So it's almost like in a way our own country's fucking killing us.
Yeah.
And we got to stop all that process stuff because I want to live more longer. There are stories of people living to 1,000 years old, 900 years old. The most 300, 400 years old. But I think I don't know. It was like some person lived to 200 years old, and that was back in the 16, 1700s. But now all the food, what's going on? People are dying. It used to be at 110. Now it's being 90. Now it's being 70. When it comes to our fucking people, our kids shouldn't be eating like certain foods, and they're already having heart attacks. They're already dying at fucking 30 and 40.
Yeah.
The population. We gotta
Yeah.
stop eating all this stuff, and we gotta. I don't want no chemicals in my food no more. It's like it's hard, even with water. What kind of water is healthy for us that is not gonna get me sick? I don't want to get fucking cancer, but at the same time, if something does happen to me, there's always gonna be remedies because we're not supposed to eat human food. We're supposed to eat God's food.
Yeah, we gotta watch, like I said, and it's kind of messed up because, like I said, now, like you said, now even eating food, like it's bad for you. You don't even know what the fuck you're eating sometimes.
And look at the same time when you have these big corporations like Bill Gates buying up all these farms, they're gonna put more chemicals, everything. So it's like when people used to buy those Bragg apple cider vinegars and all, a lot of people stop buying them. The reason why is because Bill Gates bought them and now he fucked up the thing where it's like, what can we do to stay healthy? But all the corporations want to buy all the healthy food, and we don't even know if we're getting poison or not. There is a video I posted a while back. This he was talking about like the processed food. It's like you go into a grocery store and there's only a small section of a health food section. What does it make? What does it make the rest of the store? So it's trying to say is like it's all poison food, and we only if you want to stay healthy and it's good for you, this is a section right here, but no one really buys it. But it's telling you we're giving you the cheat code, but you still being a dumbass that you don't want to learn the game. It's hello, it's right there. It's telling you it's right in front of your face, but we're not taught that. We're not taught because the
Yeah.
Rockefellers in Israel, they own big pharma, they own the schools. So they dummy us down because they don't want us to be like, hey, you get sick, you got to go to the hospital. No, I'll do it my way. I'll just do a detox. I'll clean the gut. I'll stop eating food, go on a fasting, not have a foggy brain. Look what's going on right now with the fogs. All these chemicals to put in, and we're getting sick, and people are like, I don't know, it's a bird flu, and you're seeing some crazy ass shit in the clouds all over the world. Then what's gonna happen? There's a pandemic coming right before fucking Trump gets inaugurated.
Yeah.
Then after that, and they're gonna say, "Oh, we have a vax for it. We can cure you with that. Whatever the stuff that you've been through, like inhaling or smelling from the fog, and now is messing up your respiratory system. We got a shot for you." That's how they are. They're like, we already know the fucking playbook.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I say, it's just a lot of crazy stuff going on, and it's gonna get even crazier. Like I said, once Trump gets into the office, and it's just chaos, man. Chaos.
I I heard that a lot of people were saying don't buy anything until April. I was trying to do some research about it, but it said everything's going high. I mean, look at um, I went to go to a market and go get some eggs for a dozen, 12.99 for
Oh
a
shit.
dozen. I remember back in the day, it used to be like 2.99 or 3.99. Because I remember when I used to work at Spartan Finals, we would have good fucking deals on eggs, 12 packs. And I always want those sales because I always want that big ass fucking like $1,000 bonus. And I was telling you, a dozen, 12.99 for a dozen of eggs.
Yeah, and we buy the box, the you know that it's what, like two, what is it, two, I don't know how many
Yeah,
dozens.
like a 24 pack. Yeah, like a
Yeah,
24 pack. Yeah.
$20, bro. I was like, what the fuck, $20?
Yeah, and you know what sucks about that is now you don't see that much street vendors no more because like you have to buy all that stuff at the markets to cook your stuff to go, and it's not selling. It's like and everything's going high. You got to raise the prices, and if you raise the prices on tacos, no one's gonna get it. Why am I gonna spend like $3.99 or $4.99 when this person has $1.99? It depends, but little by little, you're seeing it like it could be good and bad, but the economy, how it is, like everything rising, bro. You know what's scary?
Yeah,
Is our country gonna be like Venezuela?
right. Ha, yeah, that's crazy, man. Imagine that. They have no fucking freedom.
You know what was I'm gonna tell you, it fucking haunts me. When the collapse of Venezuela, because when Hugo Chavez he died, and the economy how it is all fucked up, and the inflation was really bad, and the cash was no good. They were making pyramids, like folding them up, like it's useless. You can't do it. That's it. It's paper. It's like it's no good. The currency of the dollar went down, and that's what's going on with the United States, where it's like, hold up, there's a lot of people leaving, going somewhere. Is there something that we know? Then you've seen all the migrants are coming to the United States, giving them everything. There is a book that we're talking about. We're going to uh, mess up the Eastern Europe. Then we're going to focus on the United States and kind of crumble the countries and for the immigrants. So there will be U.S. citizens will be extinct, no more. And it's trippy, but it says like in this book it talks about there's only going to be one race. When they do the depopulation, they were saying there's only going to be one race, and half of that race, because we have to, they say something about in 2050, 2060, they have to kill close to like 10 to maybe 20 billion people. And I think 500 to maybe 800 million people. and most of them are going to be like Chinese. And it's like, why pick that race? Because because they always been a country for dynasties, and there's morals and characters. And you know what they do best? They listen, they take orders, and they fucking do it, and they shut the fuck up.
Because that's what they did with the COVID, right? Remember, that's basically what they did.
Yeah,
They,
but you don't know, like, with all these stuffs going around, who's really controlling the earth? Is it the global elites? Is it the reptilians? I mean, a lot of that shit's going on in Antarctica, man. A lot of creepy things. I've been getting shot about a lot, man. If you kind of notice, I don't post Antarctica that much like I used to. Man,
yeah,
man, it's like when you post crazy shit about Antarctica, it's like worse than fucking Israel. Talking about Israel, talking about certain things that you can't be saying on social media platforms because, like, oh, if this guy's talking about all this crazy ass shit, censor him. He watch that motherfucker because he's already awakened, and we
yeah,
don't want the cancer to spread. Stop with him. Shut him down. Shadow ban him. Watch his page. Freeze his bank accounts. Look at certain elites. Look at my shit. I mean, because I'm telling you, Antarctica. There's been some more new evidence of a lot of people going back and forth regularly to passing the ice wall. And
mm,
you've seen a lot of ships are trying to leave because they already know what's going on. But the thing is, you ready for this? It tripped me out. There's a person named Charlie, I think Charlie Official. He has this Instagram page talks about Antarctica and the ice wall, like there's more advanced civilizations. Well, they were saying that a lot of people go past the ice wall like frequently to other lands or other continents. But the people outside the ice wall, when they see us, because we're in the known lands, like our Earth, like Asia, United States, we're in the known lands. But the stories from the ice wall of the advanced civilizations or other people who live out there, when they see us, oh, we can't touch you guys. You guys are oh you mean what's it called the contaminated people. The reason why we can't we have to stay away from the contaminated people because they have radiation from 5G or 6G now.
no shit,
That's
man.
crazy. They don't want to touch us because they say if let's say the civilizations that people outside the ice wall was meeting us humans, and who knows if they say like if we touch them or whatever, we're gonna give them radiation because we're so radiated because we're on our phones, electrocute, 5G, six towers, like all this. That's where a lot of people say a lot of the advanced civilizations past the ice wall, they don't come. It's only like it's coming from underwater, but with the people out there, they don't want to fuck with us.
Yeah. So the your podcast, like I said, I mean, I don't know if you want to tell me the plans or tell us the plans, but what are some of the stuff that we can expect from your podcast this year, this coming
You,
year,
you,
2025?
you know what? I'll be very frank with you. I've been thinking about this all year, but again, with my son's condition, if everyone's been hearing my story, it's been really really hard. And with me, I'm gonna do some episodes, but at the time, with my son's situation, it really mind fucked me. But at the same time, it really opened my eyes and my mind on a lot of things. Family is always first. Podcasts will always come and go. uh, Again, there's 300 400 million different types of podcasts. I could put an episode out, but in a way I want to be there. And taking time off, I want to learn how to make a good episode because video, again, if I get situated with my son, I'll start doing some videos where we're making our podcast studio over here at my place. But again, with my son's condition, we had to put that on hold. But when we get everything ready, I want to bang out 2 episodes, and I really want to focus on videos because I got to get out there. There's one thing I was hearing a podcast, and this guy was so like but he was in his feelings. He was being wham. And he was like, man, you know what? There's so many fucking people reposting my shit, man. Just like, I guess in a way, tag them or whatever. But what they're doing is like, we all fucking do it. You go on your Instagram, you see a video that you like, you copy the link, you put it on your repost, and like that's how I do. And if I see videos that intrigues me, I'm gonna repost it. But a lot of people are just be like, "Hey, give me credit." Hello, motherfucker! Like, I'm reposting your video on my page. I'm fucking tagging you. I'm leaving a fucking comment. I'm tagging you on my fucking story. All my fucking numbers, all my people are gonna be like, "Oh, I like that page. Let me go subscribe." Dude,
What
you're
else do
being.
you want?
What else the fuck you want, man? You do you want a fucking a monster to drink that fucking ego? Like, what the fuck? There's people like that and be like, "Yo, man." They're just be like, why him? Why me? Like, how come you just can't give me credit? It's like, bro, you should be happy. I repost your shit because I like what you post. But sometimes, they, dude, they're just a lot of people getting their feelings, and also there's other podcasters. They need to really be like, I'm gonna remove you. If you're a podcaster, you go to another person's podcast because this is the thing. You have to be very careful. There's a lot of ego involved, and
Mm.
you're Latino too. Oh fuck, you're gonna be in your feelings. That's one of the reasons why, like, there's always feel like I promote. Okay, that's it. And when you hear certain podcasters saying, "Oh man, I gotta get those numbers. I gotta get this. This one didn't make numbers." You know what he just did? You're caring about one fucking video, like it has to get over 10 million, or has to get over a 900, or freaking I'll get 20,000 views. Bro, you should be happy you have someone watching, motherfucker. And when you remove certain people and no, because I'm getting shadow banned, or okay, that's it with the promotion, bro. Don't be crying at me that you're not getting numbers. You should have left that shit on and get more numbers organically. Again, this video that we're doing, it's gonna live on for fucking millions of years. It's gonna have a whole bunch of numbers, but at the same time, it's gonna wake up people's eyes. But with them, it's an ego thing, and they'd be like, like whatever, dude. Like I don't do that. If I do a collab, it's on it forever. But they want to remove it because of what? Did I hurt your feelings? Is there something that I post? Or someone said shit about me and you're not man enough, you're not woman enough to say that shit to my face, then you delete my episodes? Bro, check this out. You know who got into his fucking feelings? Fucking King Mexico's podcast.
No shit.
King Mexico's podcast. Yeah, I'll call him out. I'm not gonna be ill will about it. I have fucking people. We had a good show, but the thing is, when you start figuring out the people, be like, who really gonna be cool with you, who really has your back, or other situations with other podcast drama, it's kind of fucked up. At the same time, trying to make me look bad, but he was getting more intel. So what I said, a lot of people are like, "Yo, megaman, did you see on YouTube?" It's like, "What? This motherfucker just deleted all your episodes." And I looked at it, be like, "It's like whatever," because who fucking does that? You did that for a reason. You're in your fucking feelings. Who gives a fuck? Like I have so many numbers. Like I don't give a fuck. Like or even West Coast Graffiti or this podcast. I don't care because if you do that, you're in your feelings. I won. I mentally fucked you. That's it.
So
So to me, I don't.
he got mad because of something you said, or
Yeah, I mean, look at. I start figuring out the people. You're gonna find out who's really your friend, who's not. Or there was a lot of times I saw certain people as acquaintance. I
Hmm.
know you on Instagram, but it's not like we're fucking hanging out in person or hanging out like that. I mean, that's not really hanging out. To me, that's acquaintance. If you're being homies, you're actually being friends. You hang out. These are social media friends.
Hmm.
Social media friends come and go. Like, cool, whatever. We had a good run, whatever. But if they start talking shit, it's always gonna be envy and jealousy. Dude. It's a ripple effect. So I didn't have time for it. So when people delete their episodes, and I was honest, I don't want nothing to do with Mega Man, bro. I won. You in your fucking feelings. You're
Yeah.
in your feelings. But at the same time, you're looking at my page or this or whatever, or you're still speaking my name. Look it. When people speak on my name, if it's bad, cool, whatever, because my mind is already in the new world. So when people talk shit about me, you're still stuck in your old ways. You're still angry at the world. You haven't woken up. Like, you'll never fucking learn. So I don't worry about that because those are the ones who are left behind. I
Yeah.
don't worry about that. So let them be, because the thing is, I'm not worried about them. They're worried about me, but they're giving me more views, clouds, and numbers, and I'm not even crying for it like everyone else does.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like I said, I deleted all my videos from my YouTube because I wanted to clean it out. But all my Spotify and stuff, like all the episodes are still there.
Yeah,
You know?
but like, stay on this topic. I don't delete episodes like
Yeah.
everyone else does, but when they do it for a reason, or just don't cry to me like, hey, there's a lot of people like this guy had brought a lot of numbers. Now you do that, like whatever, dude. They were just using me for their numbers. I
Yeah.
was building them up, and I was like, hey, I'll get you this person, and that's a whole bunch of other podcasts. But it's an ego thing. They think that they know it all, and they have, oh, I got the connections, or I got the biggest guest. Who gives a fuck about that? That's an ego thing. For me, when it comes to podcasts, is having a conversation of people, seeing my page, listening to my story. Like, look at the grow up. Look how Megaman went from Megaman to Steven Martinez, and he's still here holding it down. We want real conversations. We don't want no fucking cloud. Oh, fuck him, fuck that. I want to follow people's journeys because look it, there's 9 billion people. There's someone out there that you're making their day, their videos, anything. Who knows? It could be today, tomorrow, whatever, or maybe a million years. But at least in a way, you're changing someone's life who fucking needs it, and we all need it. We're all trying to motivate ourselves to try to be better people, but again, people are waking up. Like, I don't care about the drama no more. I care about waking up people. Like when I saw you started doing videos of like working out, bro, I was like, dude, let's do it. It's all about motivation, like you see nothing but working out videos like, hey, eat right, do this, do that. Because dude, um, you see a lot of obesity. A lot of obesity, and now it's like, well, who's really kind of like putting us down? It's the elites, big pharma. They want depopulation. Be like, oh, no, 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 no. Because if people who are fat and now you see them getting skinny working out, they're different people. And they learn, be like, oh shit, how am I gonna bring people in to eat my junk food, my poison food? It's the economy. Now people want to eat right, and it changes everything in the whole world when it comes to fast food. Because now, oh, it's all poison. You're trying to kill us. Fuck you. We're gonna boycott them.
Because at the end of the day, we gotta have a podcast, right? We have a podcast, but we gotta have people listen and educate them too. You know.
I remember there's been people that always say, when even with major podcasters, you want people when you have a new person, new subscriber, what am I getting from this podcast? Is it going to be goofy? Because look at an average podcast listener, it used to be like 40 minutes. Because look at, there's people you can listen to a podcast for 2 seconds or whatever, but an average podcast listen, you got to get them in the beginning. It's like 9 minutes, 16 minutes. Because if you're going to be a podcaster, your podcast has to be good from beginning, middle, and end. You want to have a good conversation and you got to know how to talk. But when you have the videos and you have like, oh shit, and you got to fucking promote, go with hashtags, promote, tag, have interesting conversations, but have uncomfortable conversations because that's how you're going to get out there. And I noticed that there's a lot of Latino podcasts that you could talk all your shit, but they don't want to talk about uncomfortable subjects that needs to be addressed. Because if we don't address them, that a lot of these people are going to be still asleep. But you need to have uncomfortable conversations so we can wake people's eyes and not be oppressed by the 100 families who fucking control this planet.
Hmm. Yeah, you gotta make it interesting too. You
You
know,
got to
just
make it interesting. You want to wake up people. I have learned that. We all, dude, why are we so emotional? Why are we always hateful? It goes for generations. There's a lot of people, generations are still fucked up because it's the pride, it's the ego. How you gonna be who you really are if you don't take that mask off or you don't kill the ego? And that's where a lot of Latinos and Latinas have a hard time killing the stubbornness, pride, and ego. That's a disease for us people.
yeah, because a lot of people want to get into social media, but you when you get into social media or the podcasting or video doing whatever, and people are gonna criticize you, you gotta have that tough skin.
Exactly. And a lot of people, because you were talking about earlier, let's stay on this subject because they just they don't want the smoke. You can say it, but when it's out there and people start calling you and talking shit, making death threats, you better own up to it because when they find where you work at and this, whatever, gotta be ready, man. And a lot of people don't want that smoke. Some people embrace it, but it's like on the way. why would you want to embrace the anger and the smoke and the drama? I want the smoke. Like when people say that shit, you want death coming at your door. Like, what are you doing? Like, you should be educating. But there's a lot of people who just don't do that. They want people who just love drama. If you're going to be with drama, then I'm sorry to say that your generational curse will live on for a million years until you fucking break and get it right. That's how I see it. We're supposed to be educating. Did you know, Mr. Pock, that I had to block a lot of podcasters and block a lot of certain Latino pages? Very into their feelings, the hate. No matter if you're fucking doing good, you're still hate. And no matter if you're hating, you be good, they'll praise you, but it's always hate, hate, hate. Why is that? Like, look it, I was a hater. I'll be a troll. Yeah, I can own up to it. But what is that going to get me in life? Because
Yeah.
if you manifest the negativity, the hate, the drama, then bad shit's going to happen. But if you part ways and you start waking up your fucking mind, I don't want to be like everyone else and be anger. I want to be different because you know why? I don't want that no more. People are just fed up. People are fed up with social media, their families, the generational curse. I want to do me. And that's why I blocked a lot of those pages, those Latino social media pages. It's very drama. It's very drama. But the thing is, for us, we'll post shit out. We don't give a fuck. But again, we do not make the time to say, hold up, I better think it before I post it.
Yeah, so I say like, you got to think before you act because, and you got to think about the consequences too. Like I said,
That's
I've gotten like comments like that. Like I posted something, and then there's always this smart guy that says, "Oh, this and that," and they expect for you to answer like with something negative. So what I do, I I just answer with something positive. You know, like you know what, this and that, and
you know
that just blocks that hate. You know, they're like, oh shit, this
you know
motherfucker isn't
what?
here for it.
I'll tell you, and you know, I put myself out open because we look at it's all about learning. And for podcasters, if you're new to this game, man, you got to know the ropes because you and I and a lot of other Latino podcasts, like the OGs, like we've been doing it for like 8 years. But like at the time of the COVID, we were just trying to bring who, and we're trying to get our name out there. And who gives a fuck? We just roll with the punches. If you got drama and hate, like fuck it, it's gonna get
Mhm.
out there, and people gonna make their own decision that they fucking love you or not. Look at, I've been through love and hate and everything, hate, love, hate, love. But look where I'm at right now. I don't care about if I get a lot of hate because that hate will always turn into love because everyone wants a redemption story. Everyone wants something different. You're waking up people's eyes. Look what he has to say. Like, oh, he's not that same old person. And to me, you got to roll with the punches when it comes to like, you better be ready if people start going at you on the DMs and the comments and making death threats. Like, or like if you say uncomfortable matters, yeah, you get a lot of shit. But got to remember, I'm not going to change my mind. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I fucked up. I never should have said that. You stick to what you say. And a lot of other Latino podcasts, they change. You can't go back and forth. You stick to what you say. And that's where all my followers and my fans and even the podcasters like, you know, I fuck with you, Mega Man. You've always been 100, but you don't go back and forth. You stick to what you say.
And a lot of
That's how,
mistake, a
that's
lot.
how you that's how you get your numbers. That's how you get your true followers. And you got to be out there in social media. You got to be like how I am. I post like 9 pictures a day or videos. You
Yeah.
got to be active, and that's where a lot of people. When you look at other podcasters' page, like I'm sorry, no offense. I look at a page, bored. Look at this page, bored. I look at this influencer, bored. It doesn't intrigue me. Certain page has to intrigue me because I want you guys and ladies, when I follow certain people or what I post, I want you to really understand me and not make your assumptions. Oh, this is how Mega Man's mindset is. Oh, I like his page because we have a couple things alike. Oh, he likes about conspiracies. He talks about this. Oh, I want to get to know him and see how he is. And that's how little by little social media is to bring people together, but people do it the wrong way.
Yeah, because you got to do research too. If you want to talk about something, you got to do your research. A lot of people just talk to talk, and they're like they like I said, they start getting those death threats, or they start getting all these
Yeah.
people like, hey, what the fuck you're talking about this?
Yeah.
Or like, bro, you didn't do your research. You got to do your research.
And that's one thing, for me being a chameleon, like, you got to know how to talk. You got to know how to conduct yourself with different types of ethnicities, different types of race, anything. It could be a fucking alien too. You got to know how to fucking talk,
Yeah.
and you got to hold a conversation. I don't want no fucking dead air. And like to me, I just want to be myself and have fun. But people are just too uptight. But again, you want to follow people that already know you and already know what you like. Do I have a paper, Mr. Pock, what we're going to talk about? No, because we're freestyle, because it's the
Yeah.
energy. I like how you are. You've always been real with me. And I always want to get to know you, because when I do an episode, when I come back next year, I want to get you on. But to me, I'm going to be asking you all the questions. I want to get to know what Mr.
Right.
Pock, your story, your life, because if you're supporting me as I'm supporting you, wouldn't we want to do our part to get to know each other so there won't
Yeah.
be no animosity or drama or hate, and we have a cool conversation? But at the same time, of course, you got to do background checks, like it's hard to make friends these days because we don't trust anyone, because what's their intentions? Meaning, you're seeing on social media, people are getting backstabbed. People are like, yo, you're my homie, but why'd you do this to me? That's why, to me, I don't want to be around those certain pages that is nothing but hate, because I don't want my generational cycle to continue. Fuck all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, you gotta make a change because, like you said, you gotta break that cycle, man. Because everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's talking about the same thing. You gotta bring something different. If you have to step back and watch for a second, might as well, just step back, watch.
You
And
got you got
that's what I'm doing too right now. Like I haven't been dropping a lot, like and a lot of people hit me up like, hey, we're gonna do an interview. Let's do an interview. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I was gonna do it this 2024, but now in 2025, you know what? I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start
yeah.
off the year.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? And dude, this is a good subject to talk about with this, because at the time when we're following each other, we're all promoting each other, and everyone was trying to bring the who's, and kind of noticed like a lot of Latino podcasters, certain ones, they stopped doing it. And I like to have conversations. I remember, shouts to, man, he needs to. I be honest, he should be start doing podcasts like how he was. Shouts to Profile Pod, Andy.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna focus on acting, but shout outs to him, man. It's been a minute, man. I remember I remember when I was a guest on his show the first time, got a lot of good numbers. But the thing is about Andy, he knows how to talk to people, knows how to interview, and even
yeah,
though if the person might talk or not, or this person does a hobby, or this person lives this type of life or whatever, Andy would just try to do whatever he can to get to know people,
yeah,
and that's what I miss about a lot of us, because with me, I used to bring a lot of guests, but to me, there's always going to be like, oh, I don't want your podcast and this, or they ask money, or you have to get a contract, or you can't talk about this. It's like, to the point, I don't want to have these types of people where I see a lot of them do a whole bunch of Latino podcasts. I don't want that, because to me, I don't want the fakeness or whatever. They're going to do it for views, clout, and numbers. I really want to sit down and get to know a person, and I rarely see that. It's all about the numbers or whatever, but it's gonna be fake to me. Like, let's have a conversation, relax, chill, like, be you.
yeah,
I want to be me. Don't put this mask on of Instagram and whatever. Let's be us and just have a conversation. Talk your shit. You don't have to be uptight because I gotta watch what I say. Talk your fucking shit. I want to get to know you. We just have a conversation. But right now, I feel like a lot of men are that want to come on my show are just too scared, because I'm very controversial, and they'll be like, "Hey, Mega Man, do me a favor. Can you edit that out?" That's why I haven't been bringing a guest on, because I got to make a contract. There's some shady motherfuckers. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna fucking pay you. Like, to what? I have to pay you $1,000 or $600 for a 2 hour interview, and you give me a shitty interview, and you just fucking took my money without having a conversation. Being you, fuck that. I thought about that. Like, man, I want to fucking get paid, but if I'm gonna get paid, I want to make the best episode. But they do it like, yeah, whatever. Like you're just on just for the views, but I want to have a conversation. That's how I am. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll do any other podcast, but again, Mr. Pock, they're scared. I won't say this. I won't say that. I won't mention 6 podcasters. I won't mention, and it could be whatever. Their podcast page got shut down.
no shit.
their page and the audio. And I said, I told you, I'm just gonna let you know if you're gonna have me on, and don't tell me, oh, we can't say this. Then why have me on then? I want to be myself. I'm not gonna be like walking on eggshells because this is your show and you're scared to have me on because I might shut down your show. Then why the fuck have me on then? So that's the thing where it's like they always say, I don't want to talk about this, or it's like, no, I want to be me because if I'm not me, I'm not going to put a front on because I always been 100 with all my people, my friends, my followers, the listeners. I'm going to be me. And that's what you're seeing now. Like people are scared to, to come on or to do their shows because their page will get shut down. I mean, I hate to say this, but I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard, I think American Cholo, Gil, tell me if I'm lying on this. I don't know. This is true. I think for a couple hours, Gil's page got, I think, demonetized or it was messing up
Yeah.
because I did a show with Boo Boo and the other co-host, and it was me, and I was talking about Israel.
Yeah.
And that's where it's like, fuck, I feel bad because I want to be me, but there's things that no one wants to talk about, which I do. And that's where it makes other podcasters, other people to have me on very uncomfortable because I'm a maverick. I'm a zebra. I'm going to do what I want. I want to talk my shit. I want to be myself without being censored.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Like, if you bring somebody to your show, like I said, I mean, I'm not. I mean, you don't have to agree with everything that person says, but if you're interviewing this person, if you invite this person to your show,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like you're inviting him for a reason. Like I'm inviting you, Mega Man, because I like to hear those conspiracy stories. I like to hear everything you have to say. Because I'm not maybe not so into that, but I mean, I learn something every
and
time
that
I listen.
and that's why a lot of podcasters and a lot of other people, like everyone, we need to adapt and blend in and talk about other subjects. That's not focus on this subject, or you want to have more conversations like, oh, it's
Yeah.
different. But that's just how I am. I just want to be myself and speak my mind because I think we're so taught like you can't say this, censorship, racism, or anti-Semitic, or this, but maybe these are words to put into play because if we talk about it, that's where little by little, hold up, what the fuck is all this? Like Wizard of Oz, when you take the curtain, you find out who the real person is.
Yeah.
It's like that, and this is where, oh, this is what you're doing, and once you spread that message, it spreads like a cancer. It spreads to all the people. Oh, we're being oppressed again by Israel, by the global elites, the 100 family, and now we want to. Hey, we're tired of being slaves working for you. We want to be free. We're done. And that's why you're seeing all this chaos. Like people are waking up. And that's how I see it as.
We just gotta break the curse, man. Of
That's the main thing.
yeah,
You got to
break the
kill the
curse.
ego. And also, one last thing, you got to forgive your mama and daddy because you can't be like, your mom did this, your dad did this, because that's how I feel. If you're going to get stop that generational curse, you got to forgive your parents, no matter if they did you wrong or not. And that's how you did your best. And when you did your best, it might bother them, but they did their best. But in a way, it's telling you everything stops with me because I'm stopping my generational curse, and I don't want how you treated me to live on to my kids and to my grandkids. So that's why, in a way, I'm killing the ego, but also I'm killing their ego because now, again, sign of Aquarius, truth and revelations, a lot of shit is all coming out,
Yeah.
and people's even people's secrets, like people need to be exposed, like all this, like human trafficking, P Diddy, the Epstein's Island, like all this, like human trafficking, the borders, like everything, it all needs to be shed to light. But at the same time, we see it out as like, oh, I can't believe it. Like, really, you did me wrong like that? Oh, I can't fuck with you. And that's when we're gonna figure out the game, and that's when we people start waking up, and again, we'll take back Earth. But there's levels, but they say in 12,000 more years, we'll be in the golden age. Right now, we're in the beginning of the silver age. So we're in the beginning of the silver age. So 12,000 more years will be in the golden age because at that time there will be peace, no wars, no chaos, no angry, And because we all waking up, and also the reason why we're at peace, because we all respect each other.
Yep. Hell yeah. Está bueno, Mega Man. Pues, like I said, I mean, it's a good episode, man. I appreciate you. Like I said, once again, I'm gonna let you go get some rest too. That way you can enjoy your family later on. And like I said, I appreciate you, man. And
Yeah,
hopefully we can do another one.
yeah. Oh, there's
We got
always
a
time.
whole year, man.
You know, we got a whole year. You have me on. Just let me know. I got to get you on next year because, right now for 2025, people say, "Oh, New Year's resolution." To be
Yeah.
honest, do I have a New Year's resolution? No, because the only thing that I want more, and the thing that I have is family.
And that's
You know,
what counts, man. That's what
and
counts.
that's what counts. So
Because
right now,
a lot of people don't have that. You know what I mean? So you have it. Like I said, that's one thing right there that a lot of people don't realize. Like that you have something that somebody else doesn't have.
yeah, and right now we're battling through a spiritual warfare. What you see on TV, like there's things like it's not good. It's very uncomfortable. With certain situations when it comes to, you know, uh, uh, child predators and certain things and morals we learned,
Yeah.
and we have morals. At the same time, they're trying to really focus on our kids with all this negativity and evilness. And for us, we're like the last of the Mohicans. Like we have to make a change. It doesn't take just you and I; it takes all of us. But who really brainwash us? It's the global elites, the reptilians, Israel. They put in all this hate because they don't want us together because we know who are the real players.
Yeah.
And it's just something to me, man. It's like family is everything, man. I was so blinded because I wasn't taught to be loved. I wasn't taught to be a father or this, whatever. And I broke those generational curses. And to me, it's all about family. It's all about love. You know what? A lot of the times, when people say, "Oh yeah, you're a deadbeat dad," or "You're a deadbeat woman," and this, we weren't fucking taught. But it opened my eyes. But you realize, like, fuck, man, what happened to us? But that's why I have to say, Mom and Dad, I forgive you. You did the best. But
Yeah.
now I'm 100 times better than you because I figured things out and I stopped my generational curse. And you know what? I'm going to give my family love. I'm going to give my kids love. No matter if I don't see my daughter or my other son, Emiliano Luna, Daddy will always love you. I give them love. And to
Yeah.
me, I'm the better person. I'm always going to be a better person. So to me, for 2025, it's all about family, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Está bueno, Mega Man. Pues like I said, I appreciate you, man, once again. And like I said, I'll upload this probably in a couple of days,
Hmm.
But I'll let you know. I'll promote it, and I'll let you know when it's up there.
Thank you, and I really appreciate it, Mr. Pock, man. He's like, when we have another conversation, man, I want to know what Texas is all about.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, man.
I want to know the food, the beers, the people, the stories. Like, I gotta know, like, if I go over to Texas, like, what's a good bar spot? What's a
Yeah.
what's out there, man? Because Texas is big, and I want to talk about football, high school football, my boy.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I've been wanting to go to California, man. I think I am gonna go this summer. I am
Let
gonna
me
go.
let
I'll
me
let
know.
you know. I'll
Let me
let
know.
you know.
I'll have everything ready. Dude, if you come to my place and have my studio ready, pizza, beer, weed, we'll chop it up, do a podcast, and just, dude, it's all about having a conversation. Like that's what's fun. I don't know why people have to be uptight. You can't say this and that. Like
Yeah.
this it's just it's like almost like a campfire. You're just talking some shit,
Yeah.
and just have a podcast. Look at everyone loves a fucking story.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'll let you know. Like I said, and like I said, once again, I appreciate you, man, and hope you have a good New Year, man, with your family.
And same to you as well. Happy New Year's and Happy New Year's to everyone around the world. And peace is coming, and we're just gonna see how 2025 is gonna be. And the shout outs to my lady, my kids, and to all the new followers.
Hell
Welcome
yeah.
to welcome to the Long Beach Social Experiment podcast. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it because it's organic, man. A lot of people just want to follow certain people's journeys, and to me, it's like I'm just being myself, and I just want people to not love me. I want them to understand me and my understanding of my thinking, so there won't be no assumptions. Oh, you're this or whatever. I just I just want to wake up people's eyes and save a lot of people before it's too late.
Hell yeah, man. Está
All
bueno,
right,
man.
man.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right, later, Miss Brock. Later,
Yes.
everyone. Late.